I go plow a driveway. Possibly 2 of them. We'll see what happens. But for right now, one of them I have to clean up. There were cars in the driveway when I plowed it, and now the cars are gone. And those cars usually aren't there, so she asked if I could come back and clean it up this morning. And I said, yep, no problem. Sorry, I'm gonna throw you guys in there. Gym bag, camera gear bag. Sometimes it's a whole thing. So we're rocking the Snowdogg because it's already on this truck and it's easier. And there it is. There's the other truck over there. But we're just gonna take this one. It's really funny because I'm using this old phone to record on right now. I have all my GoPros and all that other stuff. There's my DJI Osmo and the microphone for it. Always stays in this pocket, this jacket. I always have it. But I found this old phone of Billy's sitting on the shelf inside the garage. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna charge it up and see how it works because it has a 4K camera on one side and I think it's like only 1080 high def on the other side. So I was like, screw it. We'll use it and see how well it works and see how the footage and the audio comes out on it. And if I like it, we'll just use it from time to time. There's another one because it's an old cheap phone and it just has a good camera on it. It doesn't get used for anything else. It just sits there. And I don't really care if it breaks or gets smashed up, so why not run it as an all-purpose camera? I don't know. Let's go plow this driveway. So like I said, I had to clean up some driveways, and turns out I had a couple more to do than what I initially thought. But I have a few that are on-call driveways. I try not to do those, but I do have a handful of them. That's because mostly people don't live here, and that's what those ones are for. And in that case, I will only plow them if I know the driveway or if I've already staked the driveway. I don't do on-calls where people call me and say, you know, I need my driveway plowed, but I don't know the driveway. I've never been there, and the driveway isn't staked. Unless it's like clearly obvious where it is, then I'll do it. But other than that, most of the time I won't even touch it. If I do, I explain to them, listen, I have no idea where the edges of your driveway are, so if I do any damage to your turf, it's not my responsibility. If they agree to it, then I do it. But this one here, I couldn't get in everywhere because there were cars parked here. This is one of my regular seasonals. But she asked me last night if I could come back today and just clean it up for her. And I said, absolutely, not a problem. You know, I really don't have anything going on right now. So it's nice to just get out of the house. Plus, it gives me more time to play around with this plow. And so it does a good job back dragging. I could have used the other truck with the back plow and had down pressure and cleaned it just as easy, but I like playing around with this plow. And like I had said before, guys, I'm still trying to get used to it. I don't have a ton of experience with V-blades, and what experience I do have was from many, many years ago. So this here is just a friend of mine and my wife's, and their kid's getting ready to get on the bus, and I just swung over here and cleaned it out for him. He's a city firefighter, and the wife is a teacher. They're not one of my regular driveways. I just figured I'd clean it out since I was already right here. But you're going to see some other views, better plowing views, I think, in my opinion, coming up here in just a minute. So this here is not a driveway I normally plow. It's one that I've been mowing for years. The lady doesn't live here. She lives in Pittsburgh, and she only comes into town a couple times a year. So usually when she comes into town, she'll call me, or she has another guy that she calls that she's been using for years, even before I started mowing this property. You guys have seen this many times in my mowing videos. So I just come in and clean it up for her, and it was really no big deal, but it's fun to plow this one because, one, I'd never plowed it before. Obviously, I know the driveway. It's been years that I've been mowing this, but it's all blacktop here in the front, and then up the side it turns into concrete, and you guys will see a view from that angle as well. But it gave me more time to play around with this V-blade, which is something that I really wanted to do. I'm really enjoying it. A lot of people have been asking my opinion now that I've run the V-blade a little bit. What do I think? What is my preference? Would I rather have this V-blade or my straight blade with the wings on it, the custom wings? And I like them both for different reasons, but we'll get into that in just a second. So you guys are going to see here, I did this camera view where I had my camera in a tripod so I can get you guys. I think videos like this where you can actually see the truck and the plow going makes for better plowing videos, but I'm just not going to when I'm out plowing on my route, and I'm usually plowing with the storm. I'm not getting out at every driveway to set up a tripod. It's just not going to happen. You'll never get those kind of videos from me. When it comes to plowing, it's pretty much the camera's always on my dashboard or it's on the roof of my truck, something like that, because I'm just not going to get out at every driveway and set up a tripod. That's ridiculous. But when I have to go plow them on off days like what I'm doing here today, it makes it super simple for me to do that and throw the tripod up because I have I got the time to do it, and it's also daytime, and it makes for better footage, I think, anyway. But I really love my straight blade. I always will. I'm never going to not like that plow, especially the way that I built the custom wings. If you guys haven't seen them, go back and look, and you will see the way that I built them. I did a video on building them, and I did a video on modifying them again to make them even better how I like them. But I'm trying to get used to, I've gotten used to this V-blade a lot and how to use it to my advantage. The only place where I'm running into an issue, and it's not even really a big issue, I haven't gotten it down pat yet, and I'm trying to learn. I'm doing the best I can, and it's no big deal. I'm still managing just fine. Nothing's putting me behind. It's not taking any longer, nothing like that. But what I'm trying to learn is how to get the scoop just the right amount. I notice if I go into a full scoop, I lose a lot of the width of the blade, like almost 2.5 feet of the width of the blade I lose when I'm in full scoop. So when I have a windrow left and I'm trying to clean up, which you guys will see here in a minute because it's going to switch to the view of the camera on the roof. And that's how this video will finish off, and you'll see it from that angle and you'll see what I'm talking about. But usually if I had my straight blade with the wings, I could, like that windrow you see right down the middle right there, that wouldn't even be there because it would all have stayed contained within those wings, because they're not just standard wings. As many of you know, the way I cut them and brought them in, it's more like a box blade, like a pusher blade. But anyway, so I keep trying to just bring it into scoop just a little bit, so I'm still getting the scoop effect, but I'm keeping most of the width of my blade. Well, I'm getting runoff at certain times like that, so I'm trying to bring it in a little bit more each time. I'm trying to bring it back out a little each time. I'm just trying to find that sweet spot, and once I get that down, it'll be no problem. I'll knock it right out. But it's finding that sweet spot where that's not something that I ever have to do with my straight blade with wings, because I just drop it and go, and it all stays contained, and I never have that issue. So like I said, I'm trying to learn this, and I'm trying to figure it out and get it down pat. But once I do, it'll be no problem at all. As far as what do I like better, I will say if it came down to it and I had to make an on-the-spot decision, I was getting ready to go out and plow a storm, if I would jump in this truck with this V-blade, or if I would jump in the other truck with the straight blade with wings in the back plow, I believe I would take this truck. And the reason why is because it's really nice having that back blade. It's nice having that down pressure. It's nice just backing in, dropping it, and going. But as far as it being faster, like I thought it would be, I don't believe that it is. Is it easier? Yeah. I definitely think that it's easier to plow a lot of my driveways, backing in, dropping that back blade down, pulling straight out, then backing in again, dropping it, and pulling straight out again once you move over a pass. I think it's definitely easier, but I don't think it's faster. I think that I can get my driveways done faster with just running this V-blade. Now, there's a lot that comes into play with that. Sorry, Mr. Bush. Tink. But that bush has been dead for years. It should just come right out, but I don't know why. It's all thorns. It's nasty. But anyway, so being this blade is 978 pounds. Pretty much everything that I drop and I back drag, it scrapes it down really nice, whereas my straight blade is like 725, 750 pounds, somewhere in there. It doesn't back drag as good. It does have the added on a Western back drag cutting edge, and that definitely helps a lot, but it still doesn't compare to this blade, and it's all because of the weight. It's not because it's a V blade, it's not because of shape, it's because of the weight. So the weight is what makes it back drag so good. So I can definitely get through my list faster with just having this blade versus running the other two blades. The other two do make it a lot easier, like I said, on a lot of my driveways, a lot of my accounts. It was definitely nice having it. It was nice using it, and it made it easier. But I ran into the exact problem that I mentioned in the last couple of videos that I thought I would, and that's the truck is just way too long and it doesn't turn as sharp as this. So that might change things a little different on everything that I just said. But if I had my pick and I was going into a storm and I had to decide right now, I would jump in this truck with this V blade over having the other truck, the straight blade with the back plow. But as you can see, my couple spots right there where I left windrows, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, I'm sitting on the X-Vark Laser ZX series. I'm super stoked about going with this thing. I can't wait. Anyway, I realized when I was just over here, I think I never closed out this video. So let me close it out right here by saying this. I definitely love my straight blade, and I think that, if I couldn't run the new truck with the V-blade for whatever reason, and I had to take the other truck with the straight blade, I'd have no qualms about it. I'd have no issue. I don't care. I can do everything I need to do. I've been doing it forever with that truck and that plow setup, so it'll work out just fine for me, and I have no problems with it. But if I had my choice, I'm going to take the new truck with the V-blade. I really like it a lot, and I'm getting really used to that V-blade, and
I prefer it now. So, and everybody told me that I would, and I just wasn't sure, but I definitely like it and I prefer it. But I still love plowing with that straight blade with the wings in the setup configuration that I built them in. That being said, as far as the back blade goes, it definitely makes things easier, but it doesn't make them faster. Do I have to have it? No, it's nice to have, and it's, you know, it's great to use, but for the right person, the right situation, I think it can make all the difference in the world. For me, it just it does what I wanted it to do, and it's just not it's not something I can see myself using a lot. I can back drag just fine with either of the other plows. So I think at the end of the season, I'm just going to take that off. I'm going to pull the brand new harness and remow it out, and I'm going to sell it. So, and I'll just keep the straight blade Western for now, and I'll keep the new Snowdogg V blade. So I have no issues there. Let me know what you guys think. Put it down in the comments there, what you think about this type of video. Like I said, I'm not going to make a whole ton of these because I'm just not going to get out and set up tripods, cameras, whatever, when I'm out plowing my route. It's just not going to happen. So you're never going to get a lot of them, but I will make them when I can if you guys like them. I prefer when I'm watching plowing videos to watch this style. I definitely like this better. So if it's something you guys like, definitely put it down there in the comments, let me know, and then any opportunity I get, I will make more of them. I like to stay original. I like to keep things original, not to steal Jason Ambrose's line at all, but I can't stand being like everybody else, and thank the Lord there's not an overabundance of people like me. But I don't want to be like everybody else. And like years ago, or a couple years ago, I was doing this video, or doing a few videos, and it was called Pip when I was growing up, Picture in Picture. And right down the corner would be like a little box, and it had me in it narrating while the video was playing. But I got bored of it and I stopped doing it. And for about the last year, Stanley Genetic has been doing it. And to be honest with you, I think he does it better than I did it. So he adds more to it. He does the drink reviews, and it's funnier watching him, and I like him doing that style. But in the last about week and a half, I've seen 6 other people doing the same thing. And one guy even drinks and does a drink review like him, like wholly copying Stanley. Anyway, I like to keep things original and keep things different. That's why I changed up the format of the video. So definitely, if you guys like this, let me know down there in the comments. So put a thumbs up, thumbs down, comment down there in the bottom, share this video on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you want to share it. Just share it somewhere, do something with it, and I'll finish getting this edited and get this up for you guys, and let me know what you guys think. But I got stuff to do.